Today our topic is the power of perseverance, lessons from Stoicism. Perseverance is one of the most important qualities a person can have. It is the ability to keep going, even when things are hard, even when you feel like giving up. Life is full of challenges, and sometimes it feels like the world is against you. But the Stoic philosophers who lived thousands of years ago taught us that perseverance is not just about physical strength or talent. It is about mental strength, about controlling your thoughts and emotions, and about finding meaning in the struggle. The Stoics believe that life is not about avoiding pain or difficulty, but about learning how to face it with courage and dignity. They taught that every obstacle is an opportunity to grow, to become stronger, and to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you think. One of the most famous Stoic philosophers was Marcus Aurelius. He was a Roman emperor, one of the most powerful men in the world at the time. But he did not let his power or wealth make him lazy or selfish. Instead, he used his position to practice Stoic principles and to remind himself that life is short and unpredictable. In his book Meditations, he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is a key lesson of Stoicism. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to be calm, to be patient, and to keep moving forward, no matter what happens. This is the essence of perseverance. Another important Stoic philosopher was Epictetus. He was born a slave, but he did not let his circumstances define him. Instead, he focused on what he could control: his thoughts, his actions, and his attitude. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is a powerful idea. It means that even when life is unfair or difficult, you still have the power to choose how you will respond. You can choose to be bitter and angry, or you can choose to be resilient and determined. The choice is yours. This is why perseverance is so important. It is not about avoiding problems or pretending that everything is fine. It is about facing your problems head-on and refusing to let them defeat you. Seneca, another great Stoic thinker, also wrote about perseverance. He said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." This means that just as exercise makes your muscles stronger, challenges make your mind stronger. When you face a difficult situation, you have the chance to practice patience, courage, and self-discipline. These are qualities that will serve you well in all areas of life. Seneca also believed that suffering is a natural part of life. He said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This is a profound insight. Often we make our problems worse by worrying about them or imagining the worst possible outcome. But the Stoics taught us to focus on the present moment, to deal with what is in front of us, and not to waste energy on things we cannot control. So, how can we apply these Stoic lessons to our own lives? How can we develop the power of perseverance? The first step is to accept that life will not always be easy. There will be times when you feel tired, frustrated, or overwhelmed. But these feelings are not a sign that you should give up. They are a sign that you are human, that you are alive. And that you are growing. The second step is to focus on what you can control. You cannot control the weather, the economy, or other people's actions. But you can control your own thoughts, your own actions, and your own attitude. This is where your power lies. The third step is to find meaning in the struggle. The Stoics believe that every challenge is an opportunity to practice virtue, to become a better person. When you face a difficult situation, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this experience? This shift in perspective can make all the difference. Another important lesson from Stoicism is the idea of Amor Fati, which means love of fate. This is the idea that we should not just accept what happens to us, but embrace it, even if it is painful or difficult. The Stoics believed that everything happens for a reason, and that even the worst experiences can teach us something valuable. This does not mean that we should enjoy suffering or seek out pain. It means that we should find a way to make peace with our circumstances and use them to become stronger and wiser. This is the ultimate act of perseverance, to keep going, not in spite of the challenges, but because of them. Perseverance is not just about surviving. It is about thriving. It is about finding joy and meaning in the journey, even when the path is rocky. The Stoics believed that true happiness comes from within, from living a life of virtue and purpose. They taught that external things like money, fame, or success are not the key to happiness. What matters is how you live your life, how you treat others, and how you face your challenges. This is why perseverance is so important. It is not just about reaching your goals. It is about becoming the kind of person who can face any obstacle with grace and courage. One of the best ways to develop perseverance is to practice gratitude. The Stoics believe that we should be grateful for everything, even the things that seem bad at first. When you are grateful, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. This can give you the strength and motivation to keep going, even when things are tough. Another way to build perseverance is to set small, achievable goals. When you accomplish something, no matter how small, it gives you a sense of progress and confidence. This can help you stay motivated and focused even when the road ahead is long. Finally, it is important to remember that perseverance is not something you are born with. It is something you develop over time. It is a skill like any other, and it requires practice. You will not always get it right. There will be times when you feel like giving up, when you doubt yourself, or when you make mistakes. But this is all part of the process. The important thing is to keep trying, to keep learning, and to keep moving forward. As the Stoics taught us, the only failure is giving up. In conclusion, the power of perseverance is one of the most valuable lessons we can learn from Stoicism. It teaches us that life is not about avoiding challenges, but about facing them with courage and determination. It reminds us that we have the power to control our thoughts, our actions, and our attitude, no matter what happens. And it shows us that every obstacle is an opportunity to grow, to become stronger, and to live a life of meaning and purpose. So, the next time you face a difficult situation, remember the lessons of the Stoics. Embrace the challenge, focus on what you can control, and keep moving forward. This is the true power of perseverance.